An email like this will be sent to the prospective client. He or she has to click on this link given in the email. On clicking, this page will open where the prospective client has to check his or her PAN and date of birth details entered by the partner. After confirmation, click on Next button. Here, the prospective client has to check the entered mobile number and email ID and then click on Next button. Here, please note that if the mobile number and email ID was verified by the prospective client through the link shared by SMS and email, then a green tick mark like this will appear here, and if verification is pending, then a cross mark will appear here instead of tick mark. Now on this page, the prospective client has to click on Go to DigiLocker button. The notification will appear stating that to proceed with DigiLocker, the mobile number should be registered with Aadhaar. Click on OK. Now here, the prospective client has to enter the Aadhaar number and then click on Next button. An OTP will be sent on the registered mobile number. Enter that OTP here and click on Continue button. Now, the prospective client has to provide his or her consent to NJ to access his or her DigiLocker by clicking on Allow button. Once the prospective client click on Allow button, his or her details will be displayed, such as name, gender, date of birth, and address. If the details are correct, then the prospective client has to click on I confirm the details button. Else, click on Relog in DigiLocker button. Now, the personal details page will open. Here, under name preference, the prospective client will have an option to select and open an e-wealth account with name as per PAN or Aadhaar. I am selecting name as per PAN. Next, the prospective client has to confirm the pre-filled details like annual income, net worth, occupation, politically exposed person status, marital status, and other details entered by the partner. After this, click on Next button. Now, the nominee details page will open. Here, the prospective client has to click on Yes if he or she wants to assign a nominee, else click on No. Please note, it is advisable to appoint a nominee. Next, select the number of nominee to be appointed. If the prospective client select 2 or 3, then he or she has to choose to whom the share of residual security will be allotted after his or her death. I am selecting 1 year. Then click on Next button. Now the prospective client has to enter nominee's name, PAN number, date of birth, mobile number, relationship, and address details. If the address of the nominee is same as the prospective client, then click on Yes, else click on No, and the address of the nominee needs to be entered. Here, kindly note that in ID proof, instead of PAN, the prospective client can also enter his or her voter ID number, Aadhaar number, driving license number, or passport number. After entering the details, click on Next button. Now the prospective client has to click on Proceed for live photo button for live photo verification. Next, the prospective client has to give his or her consent to NJ for collecting his or her image for identity verification by clicking on Proceed button. Next, click on Allow Permissions button to give permission to access location and camera. Now, to capture a selfie, click on Click to Capture icon. Once the prospective client see a message that hold still and click a picture, he or she has to click on this button to take a picture. After that, click on Initiate Verification button. The prospective client will be redirected to NJ account opening process, and his or her photograph will appear here with name, location, and photo capture date. Please ensure that the photo is clearly visible and then click on I confirm button. Here, the prospective client can upload any additional document if required or can directly click on next button. Now, the signature uploaded by the advisor will be displayed here. The prospective client can view the signature by clicking on this tab. If the signature is not proper, then the prospective client has to re-upload the signature. And if the signature is proper, then tick mark this TNC checkbox and click on next button. Now, the prospective client has to click on PDF button to view his or her eWealth account opening form in PDF format. After checking all the details given in the PDF, the prospective client has to tick mark this checkbox and click on Proceed for e-sign button. Now, the e-sign details page will be displayed. On this page, the prospective client has to choose the preferred TNC language and tick mark this checkbox to give consent to NJ for Aadhaar-based e-sign mode. Now, once the prospective client click on e-sign with OTP button, he or she will be redirected to this page. Here, the prospective client has to tick mark this checkbox to authorize NSDL to use Aadhaar details. And then, the prospective client has to enter his or her Aadhaar number in this box. After that, click on Send OTP button. An OTP will be sent on the registered mobile number or email ID. The prospective client has to enter that OTP in this box and click on Verify OTP button. On clicking, he or she will be redirected back to NJ eWealth account opening process page and the pop-up message will be displayed that your e-sign is done successfully. Click on OK button. Now, the e-sign is done on the NJ eWealth account opening form. Next, the prospective client has to complete e-sign for NJ e-mandate. Please note, the process for doing the e-sign is same as we have discussed for eWealth account opening. Now, once the e-sign for e-mandate is done, a confirmation message will be displayed that the account opening process is completed and you will be notified shortly through email or SMS once the account gets activated. And with this, we end this video. Thank you.